Hi, good morning. This is Fred Henning from Out of Box Wealth. Hope you're having a blessed day and you and your family are doing well. And today I want to talk about gratitude. And if you listen to any of the popular energy teachers, they all admonish us to develop a sense of gratitude, to do whatever works for us, to feel a feeling of gratitude, because gratitude is a very powerful feeling. It's a feeling of accomplishment, of possession. It's a feeling that we already have what we desire to have. And in the realm of manifestation, the law of creation, the law of attraction, the feeling of gratitude, being grateful for the manifestation of the wish already fulfilled, is very powerful, because we visualize ourselves as already received what we are working on manifesting. In other words, as Neville Goddard said, to live from the feeling of the wish fulfilled. As Yeshua said, when you stand praying, believe that you receive. And if you are in a state of imagining that you have already received what it is that you want, you feel gratitude. You feel, finally, I have it. Or maybe you feel, oh, wow, it worked, or this works. A bunch of really wonderful feelings. And gratitude is extremely powerful. And with gratitude, I'd like to add something that I feel is very powerful as well. And that is not just gratitude for things manifested, things that you have, for the visualization of having the thing that you are working on manifesting for yourself, but also being grateful for yourself. Being grateful for yourself as a wonderful creation made in God's image. We know that your spiritual DNA is perfect. It's already perfect. You are already perfect. Everything about you is already perfect. You have the perfect blueprints. You're perfect right now exactly the way that you are. And knowing that and being grateful for that is very powerful. The effects that it can produce in all of your being are absolutely amazing. Excuse me. Because a lot of the influence in the mainstream is just the opposite. It's giving you the impression or the feeling that makes you not grateful for yourself, because you're not good enough, because you don't have what someone else has, because you aren't in a position that someone else is in, or it's just a constant competition of competing with others, trying to be as good as they are, or to have the material trophies in the form of things that prove that you're good enough to have a car that's better than everybody else, to be the boss, to have the job, and where you're the boss, and just all these different things that are really just bait, that never ever really give you what you want. It's really just bait on a hook, and it has you stuck in a situation where you're attached to something that isn't going to give you that type of gratification, because there's always going to be something else. There's always going to be something that seems higher or seems better, and it's formed from the idea that right now, as you are, you're not good enough. You need these things. You need to do this. You need to be here. You need to go there in order to be good enough. But the problem is that the bait keeps moving. It's like the donkey and the carrot. The carrot's always ahead of the donkey, and it's just a method. It's just a device that is used to keep people performing for the master. And if that master is not you, if that master is not your own best good, or a master that is teaching you and helping you to achieve your own best good, then you're following the wrong bait and you're going in the wrong direction. And so know that your spiritual DNA, your personal DNA, exactly who you are, is already perfect. Look at all the amazing things that you've done already. Look at all the amazing things you've accomplished that maybe you weren't even passionate about. Look how disciplined you were, maybe to go to a job that you didn't like, because you wanted to pay the bills. You wanted to maybe take care of yourself, take care of your family, and you did it. And so when you recognize that you have the ability, you have the power, you have the willpower, you already have the spiritual perfection to be able to achieve goals and to complete things that you want to complete. And anything that opposes that or blocks that is simply just not true. And when you recognize what you can do and what you can accomplish for your own goodness, for your own best interest, to be able to experience yourself as your own personal, authentic self. And you know who that is because it feels good. It feels joyful. It feels peaceful. It feels wonderful. It feels happy. It feels abundant. It feels loving. And part of being grateful for yourself and practicing gratitude for yourself is loving yourself. And love is so powerful. And again, anything that would tell you contrary, or anything that would tell you that you're not good enough to be loved, or you're not loving, or you're not kind, is simply your own personal adversary that you can remove in an instant by not allowing yourself to think any of those thoughts. Voila, it's gone. It's as simple as that. It's very easy. Now, I'm not saying in all cases it's easy. You may have things that are in your face every day, reminding you and trying to keep you in that place. But when you change your perception, when you change your understanding, when you change your view and your voice, when you change the program that you're programming yourself with by speaking to yourself and telling yourself who you are, you change your ability to be grateful for yourself, because you really are wonderful. That's why Genothi Seutan, know yourself, is so powerful. When you know that how many gazillion cells are working in harmony to wake you up in the morning, to keep your body alive, to keep you moving, to be able to do whatever it is that you're telling your body to do, that's just amazing. They have something in technology now that's called biomimicry. And when they're trying to build a new technology, they find, where in the body there is a similar system that is working in the body, and then they copy it. And that's the way they're able to produce better technology, something like using water as a form of storage instead of silicon, and or silica-based products, because water has the ability to store more information. And it's the same way within our body, and how water and oxygen, moves through our body and communicates information to our body, understanding to our body, so our body functions properly. And so biomimicry is a really, really big thing now in the production of technology. And it's all based on you. It's all based on humanity. And it's all based on just a wonderful creation. The scriptures tell us that we are made in God's image. So in the image of the Creator that created everything. So we've got amazing abilities, amazing capabilities, amazing powers, amazing strengths. That's something to really, really, truly be grateful for. And when we're grateful and we see things through a grateful point of view, through a grateful viewpoint, through a grateful understanding, through a grateful heart, we know that we begin to vibrate gratitude. And when we begin to vibrate gratitude, we begin to vibrate the feeling of already having what it is that we want. And then that's the message that we send out to the universe. And that is what the universe returns back to us. It's the bioelectric field, the magnetism that is sent out by our feeling, that goes out and affects the photons, affects the things that material and the material world is made of, and it causes them to manifest around us. And isn't that amazing? And it's really, really wonderful, because when we start looking at things like this and we start understanding things like this, our focus starts to get so much larger. When you think of, we can become, or we can create a habit of only believing what we see. And that's understandable. Of course, we can understand that. But what we see is only roughly 3 to 5% of all of reality that is out there. So imagine somebody who has, just a really nice car, and they're going down the road, and yet they have this old pirate telescope, it goes out like that, and they're driving this really cool car, but they're just looking through this pirate telescope, and that's how they're driving. Whoa, wow, incredibly limiting, maybe even incredibly dangerous. And your view is what you are seeing, and of course you're believing what you're seeing, but there's a lot more out there. And it's especially that way in the unseen. And the unseen world, we're able to become not just conscious of, but aware of and perceptive of. And it's what the ancients taught, from the beginning of humanity until now. And it's the understanding of energy, it's the understanding of awareness, it's the understanding of the glands that we have in our body, the pineal gland. The pineal gland is amazing, it's incredible, it's something that everybody wants to look into and see how it works and see how you can work it and see how you can use it. It's really amazing. So when we find out how amazing we are, it's real easy to just remove anything that would tell us that we are not. When we find out how loving we are, it's really easy to remove anything that would tell us that we are not. And a really great way to maybe remind yourself of the feeling of gratitude for yourself is maybe a feeling that you felt around a grandparent. Grandparents are so good at this because they're so mature and they're able to see through a lot of things. And when we're around them, they are really, really masters at making us feel good just because of who we are. So that wonderful, wonderful grandparent influence, our parent influence, just any type of feeling that we can remember when we are around somebody else, or maybe even around a pet, or any type of situation where we could feel the gratitude for us being communicated through emotion and even speech, language. When we can feel gratitude for ourselves come from outside ourselves, it multiplies what we are able to feel within ourselves, or at least remind us of what gratitude for ourselves feels like. And it's so powerful when you can be grateful for yourself, when you can wake up and be grateful, be thankful for yourself. Now, it's not a false thankfulness. It's not, maybe some of us had an experience where, we sat down to the dinner table and it was something that we didn't necessarily care for, and we were admonished or instructed that, hey, be thankful because, a lot of people don't have this. And so you're required to act like you're thankful for something you're not really thankful for, yet we should still appreciate everything that is good and beneficial. But that type of gratitude, when we're acting like we're grateful for something that we're not really grateful, is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about truly being grateful for yourself, truly being grateful for who you are. And every single one. One of the ancient teachings that was taught in some of the mystery schools is that humankind is all of humankind is crowned in Yah, are crowned in Yahweh, are crowned in the Creator. In other words, we are already given a crown, a personal crown of acceptance, a personal crown of spiritual connection to the source. And whatever you want to call that, that feels comfortable for yourself, just know that that at the very crown of who you are, and then at the very sole of your feet, Mother Earth, in between is something that they are both grateful for, someone that they are both grateful for, and are giving through all of their ability, creative, every single creative, loving, kind, joyful, peaceful ability, sharing with you personally to assist you in recognizing how wonderful you are. So that's my prayer and hope for you today, that you have the experience that you feel the feeling of unconditional love for who you are, just simply for who you are, the unconditional feeling of gratefulness for who you are, and that will create a momentum that will be there to greet you in the morning and be there to be your companion throughout all the day and be there when you lay your head down at night and fall asleep, for the sense of gratefulness for who you are, because you truly are amazing, you truly are wonderful, for that strength to be your constant companion in all of your lifetime. Genothi Seyutan, peace, love, kindness, blessing, and abundance to you and your family, today and in all days and in all ways. Namaste.